All right, welcome to another BS session. Jerry, who do we have? They could see his Blacksburg. Nobody knows that first
We
name.
got our friend Andy Rodriguez from the Black Spinner podcast, man. He always has us on a lot on the show. We appreciate being on there, and we're happy to return the favor, man. How you doing, Andy?
I am doing all right, man. Thanks a lot for inviting me again. I was here last week, and then I'll be here again next week. So I'm very excited that y'all keep on asking me. This is really cool.
Yeah, man. Well, Jerry said you need to be on the show more, so he's the co-host. So I go, yes, Jerry, yes, sir.
Well, thanks a lot, Jerry. I will send you the check in the mail.
All right.
I don't know why I'm looking at this, but today, before we get into it, we're gonna do the ultimate Billy Squier 11-song album with a bonus track because this was really hard for me.
It was hard
out to the last minute, and I go, wait, I forgot about that album when I came home today. I started listening. Oh god, I tried to add one song from each album. I don't think I did, but I think I skipped Happy Blue, but I think I got all the other ones in. But before we get into that, let's take a moment of silence for Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, what a shame.
Silence. It's supposed to silence. What is shit? You
All
fucked up. All right, like you did on that Triumph episode. That's okay. All right, man. That's Olivia Newton-John, man. That was sad.
Yeah, what a talented woman, man. I mean, it's all these. It's like losing a family member in a way, you know. I remember my sister sneaking us into the drive-in to watch Grease almost every weekend it was out. She had this big-ass brown Monte Carlo, and we used to all sneak in the trunk and sneak into the drive-in and watch that movie. Just a lot of things associated with my youth around Grease, and her music is, her music is much better than her movies, I would say that much. I tried watching one the other day. I'm not going to mention the movie because it was so bad.
I'll mention it.
But the music on it was incredible, man. Xanadu, okay? I mean, great music on it. I just couldn't stand the movie, unfortunately. And the one she did with the second movie she did with Travolta wasn't that great either, but the music was good.
Two of a kind.
Yeah, but what a voice. I mean, just always had a smile on her face and always seemed to enjoy life, man. I mean, she battled it for 30 years or so. That was like the early 90s. She got diagnosed the first time, and fuck cancer, man. I mean, it's just a shame. It's taking so many people.
So, what's your story, Andy, on her?
I could watch Grease over and over and over. I think that she was so beautiful in that movie.
Yes.
And also going into the 80s, and not just her movies, but you always saw pictures of her or her being in some kind of charity or leading some kind of charity, which but also her life was full of little heartbreaks here and there.
Yeah.
There was some kind of mystery about her husband. Her husband had disappeared or vanished, and she spent years and lots of money looking for him. And
I never heard that story.
No, I never heard that either.
I think he disappeared because of some kind of insurance fraud or something like that.
Wow.
And she spent a lot of money looking for him, and I don't think they ever found him.
Is that the one who has the father of her daughter?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this was later on. This happened maybe somewhere in the 2000s.
Oh, okay. I never heard that. Yeah. Wow.
It's a crazy story, actually. But I don't know the insides of it.
Yeah, it's like
I see pictures. Sorry, Mark. One more thing. And on Facebook, you see all these pictures. I mean, she's with every kind of celebrity possible, man. And music, frickin' popular news culture, whatever the fuck that means. She's with cooking. She's with chefs. I mean, pictures with everybody. It seems like she just was a very likable person. I mean, Sorry, Mark.
I'm just gonna say I think she started my obsession with blondes. Oh dang! I said she was just so beautiful. She was 30 when she did Grease. Everybody in that movie was like total adults. It's like, oh wait, John Travolta looks like he's like what in college. What's going on here? Everybody Kaneki or they all look old.
Already doing Taxi.
Yeah, I love Taxi, man. Taxi is a great show.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Did you like Locke or Jim better? Just asking.
Oh, Jim.
They're both different
like Jim better.
characters. Yeah, I do too. Laco was more, I don't know. Andy Kaufman was a little over the top sometimes, but
yeah,
I liked him. Hats off to Jim Carrey. I thought he did a great job in that movie.
Man on the Moon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd go with Jim too, man. Christopher Lloyd rules.
It's just that Luca sometimes talks too weird, and I was all like, "What's this dude talking about?" Jim was just great. And in fact, there's a pretty cool episode where Jim's dad had passed away, and his dad had left him a trunk, and his dad was rich or something like that, and he always wondered why his dad didn't leave him the all the monies, but his dad left him a trunk, and the trunk had a cassette in there, and he played it, and it told him what he meant to his son, and it was Stevie Wonder's "You Are the Sunshine of My Life." It was just a heartbreaking time. So, and one thing about Taxi, I didn't like Taxi when I was a kid because I thought it was boring. But as I got older, I get it. It was a dramedy.
Same thing with MASH. I didn't like MASH when I was a kid. It was some repeats, and it was still on the air. And then finally, I think I just got brainwashed into liking MASH because it was on so much. It's like, damn. I understand. Taxi, I always liked though. I like Taxi. I like Tony Danza playing Tony. Always playing a Tony. And they're gonna do Who's the Boss thing with those guys again.
Milano too.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Light, all of them.
Yeah, except Mona. Mona's dead. But,
Passed away.
Yeah. And she was hilarious in Soap, if you guys ever watched Soap.
Oh, Soap was awesome.
Soap was awesome.
And I found out after she passed away, she's from Galveston, Texas. Mona.
Oh, nice.
But, that's her hometown.
All right, but let me give a PSA real quick. Robert, Bob, hey, right now we're going to talk about sports. So you could fast forward a little bit because he was bitching that we need chapters so you could skip past the sports. You suck, Bob. This is a show about everything, dude. Just not music. If you want to listen to my music show, it's the Freeform Rock Podcast. That's all about music. This show is about everything. So
my sister's the same way. So some people we talk to Star Trek, she don't like that either. But
well, I try to put Star Trek in there, but we haven't done that much. But football season is starting, and Russell Wilson got booed in Seattle. What do you guys think about that?
Go ahead, Jerry. You go first.
I just think I think it's fucked up. I mean, because he was part of the reason why that team, was pretty awesome the last 10 years or so. I took him to the Super Bowl twice, won one. I mean, so he wanted to leave. Big deal. I mean, he did a lot for that team, I don't know. That's like if Joe Montana were to come back when he got traded to Kansas City to play at home. Fortunately, the game that we did play against Kansas City was at Kansas City. But if it was like at San Francisco and Joe Montana got booed,
they would never boo him there. They would. The thing is,
Russell Wilson never made it public like Debo did or freaking all those guys did, man. He left it behind the scenes. I mean, I don't think Debo
made it that public. He just erased shit, and people just.
I don't think it was worth him getting booed. I think that's kind of fucked up. That's just my opinion, though. I'm glad he's gone.
as a fan, if a player says, "I want out of this fucking team," fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want you anymore. Thank you for the Super Bowl, but you know what? Let's move on from you because I want somebody who wants to be there and play. Joe Montana still wanted to play with the Niners. He never asked for a trade. They traded him because you can't keep Steve Young on the bench, and he's younger and got us the 94 Super Bowl. I don't think Joe Montana would have got us another Super Bowl. That's just me. But what do you think about Russell Wilson getting booed, Andy?
Well, I didn't like it at all because he is one of the top athletes Seattle has ever seen.
Yeah.
And brought them Super Bowl and kept the Seahawks relevant from the time he was there to the time that he left.
They're going to miss him this year.
Yeah, and I think it was messed up. Yeah, he wanted it out. But that whole team was rebuilding at the time. There's no need that he has to be 30-something and part of a rebuild. I think he landed fine in Denver. I think that he's part of a team that is on the way up. And they really just needed a quarterback because they haven't had a quarterback, I hate to say since Manning, because Manning played on his last leg when he got there, So I think this is a good fit for both of them. And I've always liked Russell Wilson. I always thought he was a pretty stand-up guy, even with the media. He was the face of the franchise, and I thought it was messed up that they would boo him, and it wasn't even a football setting.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, it was a basketball game.
WNBA game that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Except everybody was there because it was Sue Bird's last game. So
as a Niner fan, I'm glad to see him go, but
yeah, Raiders, he's your fucking problem now.
that is gonna be an 8-8 division, I think, man, because all four of those teams are great.
There's no such thing as 8-8 anymore. There's the 19th game.
8-9, you're right. Excuse me. Right.
I know that nobody can end the season 500 anymore. They either win or they lose.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
But do y'all think the Chiefs would have a big season again this year? And at least lead the pack?
Who?
With double-digit wins? The Chiefs?
The Chiefs, I think, will be fine, dude. I think Derek Carr is a great quarterback. He's just with the team everybody hates. I don't think Dak Prescott of the Cowboys is that good, though.
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
he's good.
$40 million a year.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback, dude. But he's not an elite quarterback.
He's not an elite quarterback. If you ever watch him, he looks at one receiver the whole time.
He's Jimmy Garoppolo in a Cowboys uniform.
No, Jimmy Garoppolo at least looked at 4 receivers.
But I'll tell you what, though, about Jimmy Garoppolo. Let me tell you something about Jimmy Garoppolo. He'll always give you that one fucked up pass where it's going to get intercepted. But if the game is on the line with 2 minutes left, the guy is fucking money, man, all the time. Except for the last game against the Rams. But there were so many games. Remember that game with the Saints a few years back?
It was a shootout with Drew Brees, and he beat him.
Yeah. Even the couple games against the Rams last year, that he came back and won on the last drive. It was a money quarterback in that situation. I mean, unfortunately, he just had this time in the game where he did the dumbest thing, man. And you're like, what the hell, Jimmy? But then he'll come around and do this 2-minute drive and just, be 100% accurate in his passes and everything. It's just, I don't get the guy.
But I always thought, like, when I see Jimmy Garoppolo play, he just reminds me of like a game manager. But then in the fourth quarter, where the game is on, this dude turns it on and will come from 2 scores down. And you're like, where the hell is this guy the other 3 quarters?
He pulls a rabbit out. I think I'm going to tell you guys. I think Shanahan puts the brakes on him until he needs to let it off. I think he says, Jimmy, find the open receiver. I think Shanahan is a control freak, and I think he controlled Jimmy until he said, well, there's nothing to lose, just do it.
See, I mean, he's missed receivers with nobody within 20 yards of him. He's missed those.
Well, last year he had that thumb, and he still played really well with that bad thumb he got in a Titans game.
But man, he's just the most frustrating quarterback I've ever had to cheer for in my life.
But then, like in the fourth, he's threading the needle.
I know.
I think it's adrenaline, dude. I think he's a gamer.
I was watching the replay of the Bengals game last year in the Niners, in that overtime drive he had. I mean, just incredible, man. I mean, he was threading the needle on some passes. It was amazing.
I hate to see the guy go. I have no problem with him, man. But another thing I saw, they said the best fans home and away is the Rams.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think somebody's they won the Super Bowl, so they're trying to give them credit. But every time I see the Rams play, the visiting team has more fans there.
Yeah, it's pretty red there when I watch them play the Niners, man.
It is red there the whole and Raiders when they played preseason, it was all black. Yeah. and their parade was horrible. Their parade was the least attended parade. If that was the Lakers or Dodgers during COVID, it would be full.
Right.
It's a Dodger town, then Lakers, then Kings, and Rams are last. I'm just telling you guys.
What about the Clippers?
Clippers, who are they? Fucking posers. They're fucking. They need to go back to San Diego with that name. Fuck them.
I know that this isn't going to be a popular thing, but Dallas Cowboy fans are everywhere. They really are.
They are.
So are Niners. So are Raiders and Niners fans. So Niners fans trouble.
I think Niner fans. I think the last time they played Dallas, they overtook
Dallas
that stadium.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it was pretty close, man. It was almost. I would say 50.
It really was.
Yeah. They travel well.
But to get back to Dak Prescott, because I want to make a point, he's not a top 10 quarterback, but he's the outside of the top 10 looking in, maybe 11 or 12. but he makes too much money for his play and way too much publicity. But of course, he's a Dallas Cowboy quarterback. It's going to come with that attention.
I think Troy Aikman has even been critical of Dak Prescott.
Oh, he has been.
Yes.
Man, Troy.
Hey, Nate Atchison, fuck the Cowboys, bitch.
I mean, if Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't making $27 million a year, they would probably keep him.
You know what? I wouldn't hate the Cowboys so much, even if they beat us. If the fucking fans would stop going, dim boys. What have dim boys done? The Niners have lost 2 Super Bowls since you fucking won a playoff game.
Yeah, it's like when the Raiders won that preseason game last week. All their fans were like, "Yeah, it's gonna be our year."
I know. Raiders fans are starting to get irritating again, but Cowboys fans are always irritating to me. And let's see. Oh,
sorry, Tina, if you're watching.
I'm gonna go freaking. The Dodgers killed the Padres, and freaking Manny Machado goes, "Are you worried about getting swept by the Dodgers?" No, because I'm Manny fucking Machado.
What, are they 10 in a row now?
Huh?
What are they 10 in a row now?
The Dodgers are 10 in a row. Yeah, I've been wanting it. We've had an 8 and a 9 game streak, and we always lost for the. And I go, finally, we got the 10. You know, because last night, dude, I was tired. I got to get up at like 4:15 in the morning, get to work. The game was on. They were down 4-2. I'm telling good night to my mother-in-law. My wife's doing practice for her Godspell show. And I'm going to the room getting ready. I come back out and say, all right, goodbye, Mom. And then I look up at the TV. Mookie got a double. And I sit back down in a chair and watch the rest of the game. I go, fuck. I'm just addicted to the Dodgers. It's like they're my crack. You know, I love my Niners. I love the Lakers. But when the Dodgers are on, everything stops. Like if the Dodgers are playing right now, I'd have you guys half screen and watching the Dodgers on silent. You know?
Yeah, you do that. You do that shit all the time. It pisses me off, actually, when we're doing the show. I'm just kidding.
Fuck you. You know, if your Reds were good, you'd be looking at them too. So.
And what's their I just checked and they're losing 4-0 now.
Field of Dreams game is pretty. Why don't they get good teams to play that shit?
I was just about to say that. You know, I'm
so why you guys can kiss my butt, okay?
But this is a horrible series for Field of Dreams. You got Cubs and Reds.
This is Field of Nightmares, man. Come on, Field of people getting a number of drop
shit right now, okay?
They were talking about the Cubs too.
Your fault, Jerry, but that's just an odd pairing that they would put these two there. You know, it's just odd.
It
well, the Reds, they actually are 2 of the oldest franchises. The Reds are the very first Major League Baseball.
You know
team.
what would be fucking awesome if they put the Dodgers and Yankees there, or the Astros and Yankees, or the Astros and Dodgers. You know, put some fucking good, or Boston and the Dodgers, or Boston and the Yankees.
Yeah, I would keep the Astros and Dodgers apart for a few more years.
Boston, well, they were booing the fuck out of Correa last night in Minnesota. He's a Minnesota Twin now. They were booing the fuck out of him.
I don't think what Houston did was cheating.
I don't think we're ever going to get over that.
But
that was cheating. You're using using electronic device. You're going to the film room.
They use lip readers, man. They use all kinds of shit to try to steal signs.
They were not the only team that year. Everybody knows that the commissioner got lazy and he didn't want to look into everybody's claims. There were 11 other teams, all that were in the playoffs in 2017.
Well, doing signs stealing signs when you got a man at second is part of the game. Right. You know, but using a fucking iPad, looking at the film room right next to your dugout isn't. You don't
do that on the sidelines of the NFL, dude. I mean,
no, that's different. You're checking. There's no signs you're doing. There's no calls. Omaha, they could change Omaha and put Nebraska in the middle of that call. You know.
And besides, like the picture for in 2017, Dallas Keuchel said, that the signs were wrong most of the time anyway.
Well, he's a pitcher.
I hope it's.
But they were getting wrong information anyway. But you know, they didn't have to do that because they were such a talented team.
That's what I'm saying. You got Jose Altuve. I respected him till that series, dude. No. I respected him till that shit come out. And I go, fuck it. It's like Barry Bonds. I respected that fucker, even though I hated him until we found out he was on roids.
Oh, well, there's a big difference between stealing signs and injecting drugs into your
Yeah,
body.
but the thing is, Barry Bonds didn't have to do that. He was a great
Oh,
hitter
he
with
didn't.
Pittsburgh before.
That dude was awesome in Pittsburgh.
He got jealous because Mark McGwire and Sosa, well, they're fucking cheating. So I'm gonna grow my head twice the size and do fucking get zits on my back and fucking hit these home runs. Did you see his head, dude? And now it's shrunk because he's off roids.
But Barry Bonds was a 30-30 player without even trying.
I know, but he was jealous because they were getting all the attention. They will never get in a Hall of Fame. The only one who needs to get in a Hall of Fame is fucking Pete Rose. Those other three motherfuckers, fuck them.
Pete Rose will get in after he dies. I think that's what they're waiting for. When he dies, they'll let him in. I know.
Because I want him to be on that stage and telling his speech.
I mean, what he did was absolutely 100% freaking wrong. But come on, that was like 40 years ago now, almost.
Yeah. Like 85, 86.
I mean, you got people that have gotten busted for drugs like 10 or 11 times. Like that dude that pitched for you, Mark. I can't remember his name. Actually, he pitched for a lot of teams. He was a relief pitcher for the Dodgers, and
I forgot his name.
I
know he was our closer. I know who.
But I mean, he had like 11 or 12. Steve Howell, I think.
Steve Howell, yeah, Steve Howell.
Yeah. But man, I mean, people like that, get reinstated, after a year or two of being suspended. Domestic abuse. I mean,
domestic abuse was a big problem.
Yeah. Maybe if Pete would have came clean to begin with, I don't know, but there's no mistake, and nobody played that fucking game harder than Pete Rose. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, I disagree with you. I think Mike Scioscia was the fucking warrior.
Well, maybe that generation player. Okay,
he played with a broken leg in the playoffs.
You had to play. You had to play to get paid. You had to play to get paid. There weren't no guarantees back then.
He played with a fucking broken leg. Somebody gets a fucking blister, they're out of the game now.
That's true. I know it is.
Maybe because there's so much money invested in these guys these days.
Yeah. Well, it's like when Mike Scioscia was the bench coach for the Dodgers and Piazza was on the team. I remember this story where Mike says, block the fucking plate. Block the plate. Don't let him score. And he goes, I'm here to hit home runs, not get hurt.
I think the Angels made a mistake when they let him go or when they fired him.
Well,
they have not been doing it since he left.
The general manager and the new Artie Moreno fucked up that team. The thing is, Mike Scioscia's manager skills was if somebody's on first, you go from first to third.
It was old school.
You go to first to third. Yes. The thing is, they got Albert Pujols, they got Hamilton, they got all these fucking slow old home run hitters who couldn't hit home runs anymore. And so they got rid of the Ecksteins retired, the fucking Fat Trouts and everybody who had speed left. And they never got speed back at the top of the lineup.
No.
It's horrible. But let's see that. One more sports thing. Bill Russell is the first NBA player to have his number retired. I think that's fucking cool.
I got no problem with that. That's a great choice. I thought they would do that with Kobe, but which I think they will do eventually. But I like that what they do with Bill.
Well,
Russell,
they do it with Kobe. They got to do it with Jordan too, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, Jordan would have to be first.
Jordan would have to be.
Russell, this was 100% the right way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though he's a Celtic.
I agree. He's a Celtic. But,
he's a Celtic. I hate the Celtics.
It's like I hated Jordan. I hated Jordan when he played with the Bulls. I couldn't stand the Bulls.
Did you guys ever see the HBO thing, Winning Time?
Fuck
the Celtics. You guys got to watch that. That show is fucking awesome. I can't wait till season 2 comes out, man. It's fucking awesome. Fucking, what's his name? John C. Reilly plays a great Dr. Bus, man. You gotta watch
I think I have watched a couple of those episodes. You mentioned John C. Reilly.
I like the scene where Kareem is filming fucking Airplane, and the kid who comes up to him in Airplane.
I did see that.
And he goes, Mr. Jabbar, I really do like you. You're one of my favorite players. And he goes, fuck off, kid. I wonder if that really happened or was as embellished, but I think Kareem would have done that. So
I watched that. I don't know if I watched that scene on the show or on YouTube, but I did see that part. That part was pretty funny.
But I haven't seen basketball in a long time. I miss the rivalries of the Pistons and the Knicks and
fuck the Pistons.
The Celtics and the Lakers and the Bulls. I mean, and the Rockets and the Jazz. It's like they would go at it, man.
The Pistons and the Lakers, dude, the bad boys against the 80s Showtime Lakers. My God.
Oh, the bad boys.
It's like fucking Kareem said at Airplane. Have you ever tried to drag Lambeer down the court?
Yeah.
They fucking blew. That was bully
that guy's
ball,
one
man.
of the dirtiest motherfuckers in the game, but you would love to have him on your team.
Him and Dennis Rodman, man. Dennis Rodman.
Rodman wasn't dirty, I don't think.
He
got under your skin. I mean, he was just on you, but he wouldn't.
He was a bad boy, dude. He was a bad boy, man. He's part of the Pistons.
Oh, Lambert was a thug.
So was Isaiah Thomas, man.
But he tried to be. He was a little wimpy guy, man, compared to all those guys.
But dude, when Lambert was underneath the basket, that motherfucker was underneath the basket.
Oh
he
God,
took up the whole key. The bottom.
I mean, you never see fucking Larry Bird throw punches before until you watch videos of him playing Detroit.
He was no Vladi Divac, freaking Vladi Floppy Doppy. You know, fucking Vladi Divac, fucking, I hate to say it, and invented the flop.
Yeah.
I remember
he was good at it.
Chick Hearn told a story about Vladi, because Vladi smoked a pack of cigarettes a day, and Chick Hearn goes to Vladi and says, "No wonder you're tired. Stop smoking." Oh,
I never knew that about him.
Yeah, Chick Hearn would talk about the Vladi Divac smoked like a sieve. But let's get back to some music here. Stranger Thing fans are trying to cancel Metallica because they think they're racist, because Jason Newsted did a fucking Hail Hitler thing, but with his fist, not his flat hand, because he's going like this to the crowd. How is that fucking racist? All rock stars put their fist in the air.
And the crowd is after
Yeah, that ain't a Hitler thing. A Hitler thing is a flat hand. He's with the fist. My God.
It's ridiculous.
It's like Metallica should cancel you babies. My God, it's just stupid.
What a shame, because they're on such a high from that song being Master Puppets coming back.
Oh, yeah. Metallica ain't getting canceled. Those people it's gonna go over.
No.
All this is gonna blow over in a week.
It's gonna blow over like a hook.
There's probably the Justin Bieber fans trying to do it. You know what I mean?
Believers. Fuck Justin Bieber.
This cancel culture is just getting out of control. All because they don't like something, they don't want other people to be enjoying it. And that's freaking ridiculous. You know, sometimes I find things that I don't enjoy, so I don't pay attention or I don't watch it. But I'm not going to take someone else's joy because you don't like it. You know,
that's the great thing about the radio and TV. You have this little thing called a channel changer, or on your remote control,
or mute
changer. Exactly.
Oh my God!
Spare me all this shit nowadays. It's a joke.
Tired of it.
But like I said, it's the new way of things. It's going to be this way for.
But I think the cancel culture is kind of dying out because people are starting to ignore them.
I hope so. I hope you're right.
I think people are starting to ignore them, and that's awesome because I'm not hearing as much about it. And this is like one of the few ones I've heard in a long time. Even the meat, I'm not going to say that because that's getting woke a little bit. But
hopefully, people are realizing how fucking dumb it is, man.
But Ozzy performed with Tony Iommi for the first time since 2019. Paranoid.
That was pretty awesome. I loved it,
man. Dude, he looked great.
Good. He was,
yeah.
I liked it.
I was like, oh, I want you to go on tour. Sorry, Sharon, prop him up. I want to see him live. Going. I'm going to pause this real quick so I could take a pee or two.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Okay, man. So what did you think of Ozzy, Andy?
Man, I thought that was I thought he looked great out there. You know, he's had a couple of surgeries during the past couple of years, so it's good to see him up there moving around. As y'all know, I'm a big fan of the Ordinary Man album, and I was a little disappointed that he did not tour on that album. So hopefully he'll be back up and around. Hopefully he'll start touring. I really think that this will be his last one with the given medical issues that he's had, but it was really good to see him out there with Tony.
Yeah,
it was great, man. Like I said, Ordinary Man was horrible, but I love the first two songs off this album. I can't wait to hear it, and I hope he goes on tour because I need to see him. I'm gonna watch that Pantera shit too. But then we get to Tommy Lee going full nude on Instagram. What do you guys think about that?
I read about it. I didn't see it.
Oh, you don't want to see it.
hard pass on that one. Not to pun a phrase, but hard pass.
Well, Chris Sinzak of Decibel Geek said, if you guys are all boo-hawing about not seeing it, where here's the Instagram, here's the YouTube link, and I go, no, thank you.
No thanks. Yeah.
But what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Why is he like the exhibitionist?
I don't know.
Was he
attention,
drunk?
man. He just wants attention.
Okay, I just want to slap his ass. Go play your drums. You rule when you play good drums.
Yeah.
Don't play that fucking Lords of Mayhem or fucking shit. Methods, yeah. I don't
know.
even.
That shit? Is that shit he did with like Little Kim and shit like that?
No, it's fucking. He does fucking. What is that shit called? EDM shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It was EDM. I saw them during an Ozfest, which was a really good show, and he landed on me when he did a stage dive. Yeah, he landed on me, and my cousins were like, "Oh shit, dude, get off me, dude, stunk." But anyway, but that was a good show. I liked Methods of Mayhem. I thought it was all right. There was a lot of drums, a lot of electronic drums.
Yeah,
in there.
With a great fucking hard drummer like him, and he's using electronic shit, dude. It's like, nah, dude, come on.
He's into that stuff. He's into tape loops.
Well, you should do like what Neil Peart did: use electronic as an embellishment, but have your analog drums going at the same time. You know?
Yeah, but this is him stepping away from that.
Yeah, he hates Motley Crue music. He only plays it for the money. I just go. He doesn't like music. But lastly, on our stuff, Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee performed on the 25th anniversary of South Park with Primus and what is it? Trey Parker playing drums?
Matt Stone
playing drums,
yeah.
And that was pretty fucking cool. It gave me a tear to my eye.
What a freaking honor that was, man!
Yeah,
Matt Stone, jeez.
Geddy sounded great. So did Alex. I'm like going, hey, Alex. Hey, you're there with your buddy Geddy. You make shitty solo albums. Your Victor album fucking sucked. Your Envy of None sucked. Geddy made my favorite Headache, which rolled in the 90s. Get back with Geddy. Don't call it Rush. Get Mike Portnoy to play drums and make a new band.
You know, on a note about, remember we were talking about Presto the other night, the vinyl of it?
Yeah.
On Amazon. It was like $29.99. Now it's like $59.99.
Oh shit.
After a day of telling you that, it was like it went up $30, man.
Yeah, man.
Did you get yours?
Yeah,
you got yours. That's all the picture.
Yeah, it skips on 2 songs.
Really? That sucks.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed. I'm not gonna bitch at the guy I got it from because he gives me a lot of good shit. So, but at least I have it. But let's get into our top 11 plus bonus track of the Ultimate Billy Squier album. We have side 1 first, and then we do side 2. But before we get into that, I'm going to say he's made 11 studio albums, 2 with the band called Piper, 9 solo. He also did 3 soundtrack songs, one from St. Elmo's Fire called Shakedown. He also did one from the movie Metropolis, On Your Own, from 1984. And he also did Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Fast Times, The Best Years of Our Lives. So he's been pretty busy. The thing is with this guy that we'll get into before we get into the album, MTV fucking ruined his career. It was fucking Rock Me Tonight because he wore pastels and fucking looked like fucking Jamie Lee Curtis in that movie. What's that? Perfect.
Yeah. With the high pants up to her underneath her breasts.
Well, Billy Squier said he did not want to make that. He wanted to make a live version like he's done with all his videos. But the record company forced him into doing this fucking 80s cheese shit. And it took his credit. It's like Alex Van Halen doing Hot for Teacher. They're going one way, he's going the other way. You know, he has no rhythm. He's a rocker. Put him in his element. Don't fucking put him fucking where he's doing like that album did sell like what 2 million copies?
Yeah, he made money off that album. That's not.
But then after that, he made some great albums and nobody gave it any play.
Yeah,
it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
But he makes a lot of money off of samples from the hip hop community.
Oh yeah, he's a hip hop king. The song "The Big."
Yeah, I think he's the most sampled, ain't he?
Oh yeah, Run DMC sampled him. Everybody sampled him, dude. He's like raking in the money. He hasn't made an album since 1998.
He does a lot of he does a lot of all-star jams, I've noticed.
I think he's with Ringo Starr. I think he did Ringo Starr.
Yeah, he did.
He did something with like, Gary Wright and all those guys. He did, like some all-star shows with them type of people.
Billy Squier, I don't think you're watching this, buddy, but I fucking love you and I want you
to come back.
Come back,
Rock
man.
World needs you.
I need to see you live, bitch. I love you. I wasn't one of those fans that turned away after Rock Me Tonight. I bought all the albums after.
Actually, that song made me like him more because that song was so awesome.
Fuck yeah. But let's get into our side one of the ultimate Billy Squier album. What's your number one? What's your track one on side one, Andy?
Dude, this starts off my album of Billy Squier perfectly. Dun 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 dun. Everybody Wants You.
Fucking great song.
Off of the Emotions in Motion album. Man, we were talking about this before that. Billy Squier rocks, man. And every song sounds different, but they're all rockers. They're not hard rockers or heavy rockers, but they're a good balance of rock and roll. So Everybody Wants You is going to start off my album.
Yeah, he's got that groove and he's got that nobody sounds like him.
He's got great riffs.
Nobody sounds like him.
He's the riffmeister, man.
Yeah, but he didn't play. He traded leads with his guitarist in the band, who was this is his band from his classic lineup. You got Gary Shareth on lead guitar, Alan St. John keyboards, Mike Clark bass guitar and backing vocals, and Bobby Chenard on drums. What a great drummer Bobby was. I think Carrie and Bobby have passed, so condolences to the family years ago. But
did Bruce Kulick play with him for a while?
I have no idea, but this is his classic lineup,
right?
With his thing. But what's your number one track on side one, Jerry?
I mean, it's the ultimate opening Billy Squier song, in my opinion. Off Don't Say No, Lonely Is the Night. I mean, to me, I don't think there's no other choice for an opening song, in my opinion. Just the cool riff, how it starts out with, and then gets into a cool rocking tune, man. I mean, it sets the tone for every Billy Squier tune, in my opinion.
Well, I picked off the same album, but I disagree with you. I think In the Dark is the perfect opener for my album.
Great song. I can't argue with that, but
fucking song rules with the keyboards. In the dark. Ha, ha, ha. That drum fucking thing Bobby's doing. Yep. My God. This guy is like ear candy on crack. I'm just saying. Fucking he's from Boston. He's got that little Boston accent going. Fucking he rules. What's your number two track, Andy?
Oh, my number two is going to come off of Don't Say No, which of course is which is my favorite album by him. But My Kind of Lover is going to be the second track for me.
That whole album is like greatest hits, except for fucking what's that song he did with John Lennon? I don't know. I don't like that song. It's the only song I don't like off that album. But what's your number two, Jerry?
Oh, my number two is I freaking love this song, but unfortunately, it was a victim of post Rock Me Tonight. Is Don't Say You Love Me. Love that fucking song. It's such a killer grooving song as far as the guitar track on it. The rhythm on it is awesome. The chorus is awesome on it. The whole song is just fucking awesome.
Just say
underrated gem, man. And it's a shame that it didn't get as much attention as it should have been, because the song fucking rules, man.
We're kind of going the same way here, almost. None of you guys picked In the Dark yet, but my number two is Everybody Wants You. So I think Andy picked that. That's my number two. And so we already talked about this, from Emotions in Motion, 1982. And then we get to our third track. What's your third track, Andy?
My third track is off of this album right here, Signs of Life. It is Rock Me Tonight.
Yep.
Great song.
Yeah, that's a really, again, it sounds like it's like when these songs are on, you're like, that's Billy Squier. But it sounds so different and original, even though it sounds the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that build up. Take me in your arms, roll me to the night. It's like, all right. It's like, don't watch the video. Just listen to the song.
Exactly.
So what's your number three, Jerry?
I'm about to go with the title track from Don't Say No. Don't Say No. I love that song. His vocals on it are incredible. Love the acoustic fucking, during the verses and stuff. It's a great fucking tune. I mean, that album rules. And there's nothing about Billy Squier. He's a great fucking singer, dude. He is a great rock vocalist.
Fuck yeah.
It does not get enough credit for that either, man.
He doesn't get enough credit. He played dual leads with his guitar players. He wasn't taking over the whole leads. It's kind of like Night Ranger, trading off leads and shit. But fuck, you already picked this track. My number 3 is Don't Say You Love Me, Just Say. I remember Billy Squier. There's a great interview with Eddie Trunk a couple of years, 3-4 years ago. You guys should check it out. Billy Squier and Eddie Trunk, if you could find it. Really good interview. But he said his manager said about, man, people are gonna love this album. Don't Say You Love Me is gonna be a huge hit. And I bought it first day because anything Billy Squier came out, I was fucking at Warehouse, Music Plus, Tower, buying this shit, man. It's from the Here and Now album. Here, like here, not here, like I'm here, but it's a fucking great song, fucking great riffs, great fucking that song rules.
Yeah, it was a victim of Rock Me Tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's like people, I think somebody said, well, Billy Squier only has 3 great songs. I guess you didn't fucking listen to him.
I mean, I don't even think he made a video for that tune, did he? I don't remember it if he did.
I don't know, dude. I don't.
Of course, that was the time.
And at the time that fucking Iron Maiden came out with Fear of the Dark, because I think I bought those albums on the same day.
Maybe.
Yeah. But 1990, what was that? 1989. Was that Fear of the Dark? I don't know. But that's a fucking great fucking jam. And then we get to number 4.
It was, yeah. 89 or 90 was.
Yeah, 89. What's your number?
No. 89 was.
89 was Here and Now.
The first album without Adrian Smith. Iron Maiden.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What the fuck was the name of it? I can't think of it.
You're talking about Iron Maiden. I don't know, but I think I bought.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Different show.
Yeah. So what do you think? What's your number 4, Andy? Side one.
My number 4. This is going to be the first of 3 songs off his debut album, The Tale of the Tape. Number 4, going with Callie-O.
That's a great fucking track.
Yes,
that's a great track. It's kind of a pop rock song, but a pop rock song of the late 70s.
Yeah.
The way that they have the chorus and the guitars, it's just a song that I really dig.
That was 1980. 1980. Great fucking song. Great fucking album. Yeah. And then what's your number 4, Jerry?
This is a little poppy in a way for him, but it was a good tune. Soft Signs of Life, All Night Long.
I almost picked that.
Now,
I had it.
Don't you want to live? Just a fucking great.
Don't you want to live? Oh,
it was a little mellow for Billy in a way, but man, I thought it was a good.
That riff in that song is fucking hard as fuck. What are you talking about, dude?
But I compare it to like the Foreigner, Agent Provocateur era. It's about the same era.
No, dude, that album's a lot harder than Agent Provocateur. I think that was Yesterday.
Okay.
The fucking Tooth and Nail and was the hardest song off that fucking Agent Provocateur. But
yeah, that was actually, I think that was the second single off that album, if I remember, Signs of Life, I think. But it was
that was a fucking, I had it picked till I came home today and I go, oh wait, let me listen to this album. So I took it off because I want to get a wide spectrum of Billy. I just don't want to focus, because I almost had mostly Don't Say No and Emotions.
Yeah, I got a lot on there.
So I mix it up because I want people to actually go listen to Billy Squier. I want these, if there's any kids watching, I want you to go check out one of the greatest underrated artists of all time. So I'm going on a wide spectrum. So my number 4 is from his 1991 album, Creatures of Habit, She Goes Down.
Oh, I love that song. That's a great
fucking song. Rules. That album fucking rules.
That almost made my list too. As a matter of fact, I probably would have made my bonus track if I knew we were going to do it.
She goes down. She never gets enough. She never gets enough. Fucking, that song is just fucking ear candy 101, man. I fucking love it. So what's your number 5?
My number 5 is one of my favorite songs off of Don't Say No. That's In the Dark.
Yeah.
I love that song. I know that one of y'all had it at 1, but
that was me.
I love making these albums that y'all are doing because you pick them. I pick them the way that I want the album to flow.
Yeah, so did I. I actually did that this time.
So that's
Actually,
why
I don't know how good they sound unless I listen to them all together, which I never do. So it is kind of a greatest hits in a way for me, but
yeah.
I don't know how these would sound together on a record, but.
And in fact, I'm going to put this inside a playlist the way that I have it in order and send it to my uncle because he's a big Billy Squier fan. I want to see how he feels about the way that I assembled it.
So Jerry, how do you end side one, track number 5?
Dude, she's a runner off Emotions in Motion. Dude.
Oh, that's a great song too.
Oh,
She's
man.
a runner. Dun,
I remember
dun.
when that oh no, that's a different song, excuse me. But no, that's a great song, man. Great riff and just a typical Billy Squier song, dude. Just kicks ass, man.
Fuck yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that album, Emotions in Motions, so fucking good.
Fucking
dude.
great. Andy Warhol did the cover of that. You know that?
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Andy Warhol made the cover of that album.
But yeah, that and Don't Say No are my 2 favorite albums by me. As you can probably tell by my list. But
I think
you're the one that's given the different albums, so you got that going.
The weakest album by him is the blues album, Happy Blue, but it's still good.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to end my
actually,
side.
No, that was actually pretty bad. Actually,
I liked it. And then we get to I'm going to end side 1 with the big beat from Tail of the Tape. I think you already had that, Andy, because I thought that. No, you didn't have the big beat. I take the big beat from Tail of the Tape, 1980. That's like the hip hop fucking drums everywhere. You hear that every fucking hip hop song. Like in what is it? Daryl? What's that guy's name from Run DMC? He fucking
Daryl Mack?
Yeah, he was talking on the Eddie on that metal show. He goes, yeah, every hip hopper knows fucking Billy Squier. He had the best beats, you know. Yeah, and then we're gonna flip this bitch over and get to our. Oh wait, no, we're doing 6 songs on side 1. Sorry. So what's your number 6 on side 1, Andy?
My number 6 comes off of Signs of Life again. All Night Long.
Yeah, great song.
It's going to finish off that side. I bookended side 1 with Everybody Wants You and All Night Long.
So what's your number 6 ending side 1, Jerry?
I think both of you guys picked it already. In the Dark, right?
Yeah, I picked. That's
Don't
my
say
number
no.
1.
I mean,
yeah.
Great. We talked about it. Great song. Great keyboard to it. To me,
Not
that's
overdone.
a great side ender.
His keyboards were embellishing the song, not very overdone.
They're complimentary, yes.
Complimentary. Yeah. And then I'm going to end side 1. I think Andy picked Rock Me Tonight from Science of Life. I think that song fucking rules. I remember I didn't have MTV back then. I had Friday night videos on NBC.
I remember those. Yeah, I remember that.
Fucking Friday night videos was awesome. Do you guys realize there's a fucking Night Flight streaming channel?
Yeah, there is.
Where you could pay for Night Flight. Remember Night Flight on
USA?
USA?
Yeah, I remember that show. Yeah.
You could stream that shit, dude.
And they have a lot of the old interviews on there. Not just that, the Friday night when they have Flight Night, they've got the whole episodes.
I think I'm gonna subscribe to that so I could play it, dude. I want to see that shit because I used to watch that shit a lot.
I did too. It was on like 11 or 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Remember Friday night videos had Rick Dukeman hosting it a couple times? That was funny.
And I was streaming that for a while, but then when it was time to renew it, I didn't renew it. But they do have some like what's the word I'm looking for? Like they also show movies on there, but they are known as like B movies.
Ooh, I
like
love B
cult
movies.
Classic movies.
I love cult
movies. On that Night Flight.
Did any of you guys ever VHS some videos when they were on?
Yeah.
Dude, missed like the first 30 seconds of it trying to get it going.
Oh man, I need to subscribe to Night Flight and see.
I mean, it was so cool back then because I mean nowadays you can click on this button and watch whatever you want, but man, when you finally saw a video or hear that song on the radio you want to hear,
it's like you're waiting for that world premiere MTV video or world premiere on fucking Friday Night Videos did that too. And then freaking I used to have something called your Video Hits one on a local channel with I don't know if you guys know Richard Blade. He's now on Sirius XM. Yeah, but he was on KROQ in Pasadena for years. Richard Blade, English guy.
Yeah.
Very, very 80s guy. He always premiered all the new Duran Duran videos, Jerry. Like Save a Prayer and stuff like that for me on Channel 9 here in fucking LA.
He
Around
does
that.
First Wave.
Yeah, he's on First Wave now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the MTV video DJs are on have their own series except JJ Jackson because he unfortunately passed. But he was on KLOS 95.5 before he passed doing DJ stuff.
Oh wow. You know what? I don't think Martha Quinn is with them anymore.
She is?
Because I haven't seen her in a while or heard her in a while.
She got hotter when she grew her hair long.
I thought so too.
I don't like the pixie cut. I've never been a fan of the pixie cut. I need that long hair over your boobs.
Nina Blackwood. Nina Blackwood used to be my crush.
Oh, now her voice.
Her voice.
I love that raspy.
She smoked like a sieve, and her face is all. But I'd still do her. Just for. I'm just joking.
I'm sure she's privileged, man.
All right, then we get the side 2. What's your track number 1 of side 2, Andy?
Yeah, track number 1 on side 2 off of Tell the Truth, Angry. Love that
nice
song.
One.
I don't know that song actually.
Walker.
Yeah. That's one of the albums I listened to today, and I'm going, oh, we did a review on that. Episode number 77 on the Free Form Rock podcast is when Lee Gershman was a guest.
Y'all did
the old days.
Freeform Rock Podcast, first year, episode 77. I was listening to that today because when I go, I know we did that album, but you guys check it out. Freeform Rock Podcast, Tell the Truth, Billy Squier, episode number 77. We haven't done another Billy Squier episode since then. I think it's time.
I was gonna say it's time you guys get one there going, man.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, let's start a petition. Bring back Billy Squier, man.
Bring back Billy Squier. You guys all suck. MTV, you suck. Director, you suck.
He was a good rocker, man. He is.
Oh, dude, he's different. Of all that 80s schlock that came out, he was like in a class by himself.
He's kind of like Iron Maiden. He stuck to his guns. He didn't change according to what the popular stuff was. He let the fans come to him.
He didn't do a Kiss. There's our Kiss news for the day. You're welcome, Kiss fans. What's your number 1 on side 2, Jerry?
Well, I think Andy picked this as his opener, but I thought it'd be a good side 2 opener. Everybody Wants You.
Yeah, I picked that on my number 2 side 1.
I mean, that's like I said, classic Billy Squier, man. Great tune, great riff.
You give it away.
You don't get cheated on the Billy Squier song.
Oh no, yeah. Except I don't know. I don't like that song. But and then I'm gonna go to 1976 with his band Piper. I could have picked a lot of songs.
I never even thought about going back that far. I never thought about going back that far.
The song is from the first Piper album. Can't Live With You, Can't Live Without You. Fucking great song. You guys should check out the first 2 Piper albums. They rule.
I'll say they're streaming.
Fucking rule. So what's your number 2 on side 2, Andy?
Yeah, this is off of Creatures of Habit, Lover.
That's a great song too.
I like that song. It's again, it's your typical Billy Squier, but not your typical rock music of that time. It's Billy. So
he stood out from the crowd, man.
Lover. He really did.
Really did.
Especially when everything was a band name and he kept his name, Billy Squier. Yeah. There weren't that many of those. You had Billy Squier, Sammy Hagar, but not that many more, really, that went by their name.
Now you just lost a lot of fans saying Sammy Hagar. I was joking. Oh man. Bob Hay did a post on a poll of Sammy Hagar Van Halen ballads today. And I'm getting into our chat, fuckers of rock and roll or whatever. And then Mark Daly, hey Mark, I love you, buddy. He's shit stir. He goes, who turns off the comments? This ain't fun. And I have Bob's number. I go, Bob, don't turn off the comments in my thing. This is an interactive group. I don't want people. He said, but I don't want to hear the Sammy Hagar whining. Who gives a fuck? Scroll by.
Was that poll just Van Halen?
Van Halen ballads.
Yeah, if it was a Sammy ballad, I think Eagles Fly is a great ballad. I love that song.
No, it was all Sammy Van Halen ballads.
Like I said, I like Sammy's solo stuff. I just wasn't crazy about him in Van Halen. That's all.
And then because I've been doing all these Oasis polls to show people that Oasis isn't as good as everybody thinks they are. They lost to Extreme. They lost to Motley Crue. Who did they lose to today? Y&T. They got destroyed by Y&T.
That's amazing, actually. That one kind of blew my mind.
They got destroyed. Extreme and Oasis were a little close. And then this motherfucker, Charles Trainer, he wanted to win so bad. He goes to the Rock and Metal Combat podcast, puts it in one group, but I put it in many groups, the polls, so I get a honest answer.
Right.
He puts it in there and says, who's better, Van Hagar or Oasis? Of course, Van Hagar is going to lose in that group. I said, you just wanted to win. Tomorrow I'll fix it and go Oasis Van Halen. And he says, I'll even vote for Van Halen. I go, fucker. I just needed to call him out on that shit. Fucking dude, be fair. I'm fair with the polls, man. I don't want a one-sided view. But then we get to our let's see, a number 2. Track 2, side 2. What's your track 2 on side 2, Andy?
I did already. Lover.
Okay, what's your track 2, Jerry?
Rock Me Tonight off Signs of Life, man. Love the song. Hate the video. Actually, I didn't really hate the video. I thought the video
back then I didn't even know about the video was bad. I didn't know it. I had no idea until like 20 years later that it killed his career.
Yeah, I get it now, but I mean, it was a great tune. It was I don't know, he's just chilling out. There's white boy dance moves of his, man, and didn't have a problem with it.
But when I look about it, when people talked about it, and I go, ooh, that is pretty cringeworthy.
It is, yeah. The pink and all that, yeah, but yeah.
Okay, my track 2 is from Don't Say No. 2 Days Gone.
Great fucking song, dude.
Fucking love. That's my favorite song off the album. And it's DAZE. Days, like you're in a daze.
Yeah.
It's a 2 day. I like that. I like it when it just breaks out. Back to think it's better than you think. 2 days. He like slows it down and goes into fuck. Look at he's just like his breaks are just fucking his vocal inflections just rule. Ear fucking candy. I can listen to that song a million times on
that whole album is, man. That whole fucking
never
album
except that one song I don't know.
Yeah.
That song.
I didn't really hate that song either, but
it's his tribute to John Lennon. It's okay. I don't like it though. It's just it doesn't go with the album. No, it doesn't go with the album. It's just weird.
That was one of the very first vinyls I ever bought in my life. I would say probably the top 5 vinyls I think that I've had in my life. Actually,
it's fucking cool, man.
I think I had the 8-track of it too at one time.
Ooh, I had Foreigner double vision on 8-track. That was it.
Actually, I have a box of them in my storage thing, about 30 or 40 of them.
Keith Ashcraft will buy those off you.
Really? Because they ain't worth shit.
Dude, he loves fucking 8-tracks.
Does
he sits there and rebuilds them.
Really? Maybe I'll dig them out and make them.
Are you friends with Keith? He's a really cool dude.
I don't know if I am or not. To be honest,
he's in an analog group where he shows his rebuilds of 8-tracks and rebuilds of like 8-track players. So if you guys want an 8-track player, he's your guy. So Keith Ashcraft really
a few months ago for $20, and it had the RCA hookups for your stereo too. But I just didn't pick it up because I don't have 8-track.
I don't have. You could go to like the freaking thrift stores and find 8-tracks at plenty there.
Yeah, but I got enough in this little room.
Yeah. I need to take out those closet doors one day and add more shit. But
yeah, I think we're safe from the 8-track revival. I think.
Yeah, I don't think so. Cheap Trick released 8-track.
Nah, don't tell me that.
Yeah, bands are releasing 8-tracks and cassettes now.
Yeah, my wife
likes cassettes. I hated cassettes.
My wife said absolutely not cassettes. I don't want to see one cassette. I own one cassette, and that's Ralph's Thrash or Die tape. That's it.
I have one cassette, and it's Kevin and Bean because my wife had it. So
these were the cassettes I was listening to over the weekend. The Cult Electric,
great album,
and then Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime,
great album. I had the Cult Electric on cassette, and I was sitting there listening to that going through Graceland on my Walkman.
Now the coolest thing about cassettes is the portability of them, man. That's what I miss.
Yeah, when you got those big, huge CD players and you walked and they skipped.
Yeah,
that was horrible. You got, and then they came out with the anti-skip.
Yeah.
I remember when I had a cassette, like a pull-out cassette deck. I got this thing. It was a store called Affordable Portables. They're gone now, but it had a little thing you put on. You know how your seat has a screw on it to hold your car seat. They had this thing that came up and a platform that you put your portable CD player on, and then you you connect a line with a cassette that goes into your cassette, and you can play your CDs in.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I used to have that.
Like the inline.
Yeah, and then I freaking sold that shit when I got a real CD player in the car. But I always sell things before things go obsolete. Like I sold all my cassettes for like $300. I sold all my VHS for like $300. I had a shit ton, and then I just used that money to get DVDs and CDs. So I always know when something's going out. I go, I gotta sell this shit now. You know.
Yeah, DVDs are on their last leg, but they're still going a little.
I got a lot of DVDs here. I
got a ton of them. That's all I got. Is DVDs.
I was watching. You guys ever watch a movie, Not Another Teen Movie?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Oh, the freaking girl walking around topless. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, she was the sex object, and then and then one girl, she's wearing the same thing I'm wearing, but you wear it better, and it's her boobs. But
and when that chick tells her, "I like your backpack," that's the only thing she was wearing.
And the one girl's going, "I'm gonna fuck my brother tonight."
Yeah.
But the thing is about that was Chris Evans.
Yeah.
That
was Chris fucking Evans.
Yeah.
I didn't know him till he did the Fantastic Four. And I bought that movie, Not Another Teen Movie, when it came out on DVD.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was him until I watched it yesterday. Because I'm looking up the chick who's playing the main chick in her. She played Kara's sister in the new Supergirl show. Oh, that's her. Why'd she cut her hair? She looks horrible with that pixie cut. But I was like, that's fucking Chris Evans. Yeah. I like it when you look at movies and you didn't know, like Nicholas Coppola in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That was Nicolas Cage.
Or Kevin Costner in Night Shift, man.
Well, he was the dead body. Oh no, Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner was one of the. Remember they had that frat party in the morgue or whatever. He was one of the people.
Kevin Costner was also in The Big Chill as the dead body.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that we're talking about this because the other day I was watching Baywatch Hawaii on Pluto TV, and Jason Momoa is the lead guy in that. And
is he really?
Yeah.
I got into Jason Momoa when he was in Stargate Atlantis. So I knew him then. You never seen Stargate?
I never watched Stargate. I didn't like the movie Stargate, so I never watched the show.
Oh, dude. I love the movie Stargate, but when I started watching the show, I go, this ain't Kurt Russell. This is David. Right. This isn't fucking James Spader. And I'm watching the show. Now I'm watching the movie. This ain't fucking MacGyver. Because like, what's his name? Fucking
Harry Dean Stanton, whatever.
Not Harry Dean Stanton. It's Richard Dean Anderson.
Oh, Richard Dean Anderson. I knew it's a 3 fucking name person. Same thing.
Dude, you would like this. You need to watch these SG1, dude.
Dude, I've got so many, dude. And Andy mentioned Pluto TV, which is pretty freaking awesome. I love that station, actually. You get like a station dedicated to a certain show. It's pretty awesome.
Well, the T-Mobile's giving it to me for free, and I don't get it because I have too much shit to watch. I can't watch another fucking, but I do want to watch Night Flight. I have the Full Moon video streaming where I got my Puppet Master collection for free for subscribing for a year, and I'm watching this shit called Piranha Women, and fucking they give them some. It's like a B fucking brand new horror movie, and the girl's tits turn in piranha teeth. And start eating the guy's chest while she's eating him with her piranha mouth. Like,
jeez, man. But that's
it's fucking awesome. You guys ever seen Subspecies and Puppet Wars? Yeah, that's Full Moon Video, dude.
Yeah. You had mentioned it because on Tubi TV, TUBI TV, they've got a section for Full Moon movies.
And all Robot Wars, Subspecies, Puppet Master movies.
I started watching Puppet Masters 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, Dangerous Toys, Trancers.
Trancers ruled.
Trancers. There's like 7 of them, dude.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And
I think you got that, don't you? You got that set, don't you?
No, I got the.
What was the
Puppet
set that
Master
you got? Puppet Master. I said okay.
No, I subscribed for a year for $59, and they gave me all these Blu-rays of Puppet Masters.
That's pretty sweet.
Oh, wow.
That's worth it. That's worth it right there.
Oh,
awesome.
hell yeah. And I accidentally forgot to turn off the resubscribe, and I got charged again for the year. So I've been watching it.
Remember that movie Chopping Mall where they had these robots that
was awesome.
and they went haywire. That was the best movie,
And
man.
also a good company for B horror movies is Trauma with fucking the Toxic Avenger. Shit's awesome.
And it's weird 'cause I really don't watch movies like that much, but I've been entertained by them.
Right,
man. So where are we at, man?
We're on song. I think did you hear song 3 yet?
I did 2 Days Gone, which was 2, and then we're on 3.
Okay.
What's your third, Andy? On slide 2.
My third is off of another one off of Tell the Tape. It's gonna be Rich Kid.
That's a great song too.
Yeah, that's a pretty good track.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was telling Jerry, when I was asked to do this, I love doing podcasts, so I just said yes. So I was like, okay, let me look more into Billy Squier, and I really enjoyed going through his discography and picking out things. I really missed out on a lot of stuff, so I'm glad that I went back and revisited it because I really enjoyed his music. Back to it. Yeah.
And then what's your number 3, Jerry?
My favorite Billy Squier song ever. I remember the station Q102 in Cincinnati. The DJ wasn't a hit off the album, but he played the song all the time. It was "Take a Look Behind You" off Signs of Life.
That's a great song too.
Fucking just love that tune, man. And I remember I guess disc jockeys used to get a certain amount of their own tunes. I guess I don't know how that worked, but he always used to play that song. I loved it. Ended up being my favorite song off that album.
So I'm guessing back in the day, DJs were able to play mainly whatever they wanted, or
they used to play.
They had to play a certain. They had to play. Some of them had to play hits and stuff.
Well, yeah.
It's like my favorite DJ who's on the freaking Deep Tracks, Jim Ladd,
Right.
Freeform DJ. He plays what he wants, dude. I kind of copy him with theme nights. Like I put up a poll this week. What do you guys want to hear? Theme about Run, Broken, or Fly? Everybody's picking Run, so you're gonna get Pink Floyd, Run Like Hell.
Anyway, I want to point out to my sister Amy, if you're watching, who was that disc jockey on Q102 that used to do that? I know you remember his name. I'll text you later, but if you somehow are watching, give me a text later. Let me
like and share and give us comments on Cherry. You never go on there and see our comments, man. What the fuck? We get some comments. You need to check out the YouTube channel once in a while, man. Like our own videos.
I always forget. No. You're right. I do need to do that. I never do that one.
Yeah, you need to like our own videos like I do.
Exactly,
because it pushes it up in the what is that?
I get that. Yeah, I my bad on that one. Definitely.
So my number 3, I don't know if any of you guys picked this, but I went from the Here and Now album again, Here and Now, 1989, Rock Out, Punch Somebody. You guys hear that? It says, hey, rock out, gonna rock out, gonna punch somebody out. Hey, give it to me, rock out. Fucking great fucking song.
No, I never heard of that one.
Yeah, check it from Creatures of Habit. It's a fucking great song.
Oh, yeah,
rock out, punch somebody. Song. You know it, Jerry?
No, I know. Of course I do.
Fucking great song.
The only song was that one you told me before I didn't hear.
The Piper song.
Yeah, that's the only one.
You need to check out. Dude, Piper's like on cheap for vinyl. I need to talk to Kate and see if she has the first 2 Piper albums on vinyl, because that's pretty cheap. But everybody sells it for cheap, so find that shit.
I haven't even seen any of them.
Well, I used to see them in groups. They went defunct on Facebook.
Oh,
and
okay.
I was kind of broke at that time, and I didn't buy the first 2 Pipers. I was irritated.
Yeah.
So, but then we get to track number 4. Andy, what's your 4?
Track number 4 off of Signs of Life, Eye on You.
Great song again.
Yep.
It's a Billy Squier, man. It's hard to explain. So I really liked that track. So I put number 4.
Turn on radio, turn up volume, listen, enjoy. That's Billy Squier.
Yeah, man. You guys, all you people just need to go listen to Billy Squier. Get his greatest hits. He got the ultimate. He's got many greatest hits albums. Just
Yeah,
check
but
him out,
16
man.
Strokes is the best one.
16 Strokes, but there's another one, a 2 CD one. That's
There's
good.
a double album too.
Double album, yeah.
Yeah.
But then what's your number 4, Jerry?
My number 4 is from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, The Best Years of Your Life.
Oh, you
love that tune. Yeah, I love that song. I love that part of the movie too, where Jefferson's like killing all the Lincoln players.
Yeah.
Guys having convulsions on the field.
I just don't like the.
Yeah, you don't even like the horns on it.
I don't like the horns on it. That's about it. And I like
horns. I love the riff. I love the opening riff too.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I mean, it fit the movie, that part perfectly. And I'd love to give a shout out to that soundtrack. That movie rules.
Somebody's Baby.
Yep.
Oh, I love that
Jackson
song.
Brown.
Wow.
I can't think of the Stevie song on that album.
Yeah, maybe after Y&T we should do the ultimate top 11 Jackson Brown songs. Because I want to do things that nobody talks about.
Exactly. That's what I want to do my podcast about.
Yeah.
I'm down for Jackson Brown.
Yeah, Jackson Brown's awesome. Maybe after the Y&T, man, because I'm trying to get ahead with this shit.
Well, remember, I'm off. I won't be around that week. But if you guys want to do it without me, that's cool.
What week is that?
20th through the. I can do it next Thursday.
August?
The Thursday after that. Yeah.
Okay, we're doing the Y&T. Well, we'll figure it out. I'll find somebody. But I'll probably ask Andy. And then I know somebody's going wow right now, but I'm not going to say who it is. Then I get to my number 4 from the Enough Is Enough album from 1986 with Freddie Mercury on background vocals.
Oh, really? Huh.
Love Is the Hero.
Yeah, I know that one.
Billy Squier was great friends with Freddie Mercury, if any of you guys know that. They were best friends.
That's kind of an odd pairing.
It was, but you hear when Billy goes fight, and you hear frickin' Freddie go fight, and they're both singing off of each other. You could hear it's like kind of dual lead vocals on that song. Love Is the Hero. That's a great album. Enough Is Enough, man. Fucking love that album. And Freddie is pretty prominent in that song too, man. I had to pick something with Freddie in it.
Yeah, you can't. Not hear Freddie.
Oh, fucking Freddie's prominent in that fucking song.
Yeah.
And I Enough Is Enough is a great album from 1986. You guys should check it out. So then we get to our number 5, which will end side 2, but we have a bonus track after this. So what's your number 5, Andy?
Mine off of Emotions in Motion. Keep Me Satisfied. It reminds me of such of an Aerosmith kind of feel to that song. The drums and the dirty guitars. It's a little bit unlike anything of a Billy Squier song. When you hear Keep Me Satisfied, Aerosmith jumps out at me.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like me on Signs of Life being one of the better ones. I love that album.
Yeah. Oh, I love that album too. It's just like, but I want people to know all Billy.
See, that's what your job is, and you're doing.
That's what my job is. I need people to know every fucking. Except Happy Blue is like the worst album, but it's not bad. But
so that's my last song before the bonus track. Below, this is the last track before it gets quiet, and then another song is at the end.
Yeah,
hidden track.
So what's your last song on side 2, Jerry?
Just out of respect for that song. It's overplayed, it's everywhere, and it still fucking rules. The Stroke. Come on, It's got to be on there somewhere.
I don't get tired of it, but I wanted to pick something nobody knew.
I know, but that song has got to be on a Billy Squier.
It does. If I had we made a double album, it'd be CD 2.
I made it the last song on it because
It's a fucking. I never get tired of any Billy Squier.
Neither do I.
I could like the band we're doing next week, Y&T. I don't get tired of them either.
Right.
And if you guys if you guys get a chance to see Dave Menichetti with Y&T, go fucking see them. They fucking rule. I put up some videos on the Freeform Rock podcast of them live on the YouTube channel. Check it out, man. They fucking rule. And then my number 5, I think, Andy, did you pick Emotions in Motion?
No, I did not.
Well, I picked the title track from Emotions in Motion. I fucking
Great
love
song.
that. Boom, 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 boom. Emotions in Motion.
Now, I do have the album like all over the place, but not that song.
I love the title track of that song. It's just got a killer groove and it fucking goes hard, dun, you know, in the middle of it.
I'm looking at mine. It's pretty much just 3 albums.
Yeah, I went through all the albums except Happy Blue. Except I didn't do any of the second Piper album, but I did hit Piper 1 from 76. But then we get to the bonus track. What's your bonus track, Andy?
My bonus track is going to be off of Tell the Tape. You Should Be High, Love.
That's a great song.
Another rocker, man.
Fuck yeah.
And I was looking for somewhere I wanted to put a ballad, but for Billy Squier, those are very far in between. So yeah. I just kept the whole album rocking.
The only ballad is I Don't Know, and that one's like horrible. But,
yeah, it kind of reminded me of a second-rate Tom Petty song.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So
it just didn't go with I Don't Say No either.
Yeah.
It was like, what is this? Sorry, Billy, I love you. If you ever want to come on the Freeform Rock podcast or here and talk with us, we're here for you, brother. We love you.
Make your face known, everybody. Come on this show.
Tell me why you made I Don't Know. You know,
we're gonna get you back somehow, Billy.
We're gonna breed. Well, fucking hip hop people still get him back. But
I don't think anyone's done a top Billy Squier songs.
I have heard it. Yeah,
nobody's done.
See, we're original people. We are original.
Well, I know next week the Decibel Geek on one of their older episodes did a Y&T thing. So I think they're the only ones. I don't think Rock and Metal Combat Podcast has done a Y&T episode yet, because Ian kind of reminds him of Sammy Hagar, Tate Medicetti's voice, but he's starting to get into Y&T. I think I heard him say that he's starting to get into Y&T now. But what's your bonus track, Jerry?
I didn't know we were doing one, so I had to write one down real quick. It's My Kind of Lover. I had to think real quick. I had to go on the spot.
You got the motion, babe. Dun, dun, dude. Billy Squier has sing-along choruses and they're not pop.
Yeah.
It's not pop. It's just rock sing-along. It's like anthems. It's like fucking rock fucking anthems. You can't listen to a Billy Squier song without singing.
That is true. You mentioned the word anthem, man. That's a good word.
He just makes rock. He's like AC/DC. Fucking rock anthems, man. There's not a bad AC/DC album. There's not a bad Billy Squier album. Just letting you guys know, there's not a bad Rush album. There's a bad Billy Squier song. There's a bad Rush song, but that's it. But that's pretty good track record, man. And then my bonus track, Andy, you picked it from Tell the Truth, Angry.
That song started my side too.
Yeah, that's my bonus track, Angry, because that whole album was fucking great. We, like I said, Freeform Rock Podcast, episode number 77, which Lee was a guest. Wow. He's the co-host.
The olden days.
Lee was basically on there off and on from the first episodes on, because
was that when you were with what's his face? I won't mention his name.
No, Terrence wasn't on there. That was the Terrence and Mark experience, which was horrible.
Oh, okay.
This is me recording an episode with Terrence. What, my turn? Oh, you're done with the stats? Okay. Let me wake up. Yeah, dude. I like that album. I like that song. And I fell asleep. He was like,
but dude, this was a real fun fucking album to do, man.
It was, man. And I'm just telling you, people, get out there and fucking listen to some Billy Squier, motherfuckers. Get out there and fucking give this guy some props. We need to get Billy Squier back on tour, man.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I want to go see him live. I've never seen him live at all.
He's with Ringo Starr, but I don't want to see Ringo. Well, Joe Walsh is with Ringo.
Ringo.
I looked at Wikipedia today. I think he's 72.
He can still play. What? Sammy's 72.
Yeah.
Sammy's the fucking what? David Coverdale though, is he really sick or something? What's going on?
Yeah, he pulled out of the
Scorpions tour,
helping up for Scorpions down here.
But they have that one band, Thunder Mother, coming. They're pretty good Australian type women band. They're really good. Check out Thunder Mother. I those bitches didn't write me back, but I Instagrammed the message. Hey, you guys want to come on the Freeform Rock podcast? Nothing. There's also this woman band from Mexico called The Warning. That's pretty good. You guys should check
Huh.
them out too.
I was trying to get Plush on my show, but I couldn't. But they never.
Oh, I messaged Plush too.
Yeah. But I was going back and forth.
If any of you guys get them on your show, please invite me.
Plush?
Yeah, I love that band. I love that album.
I love that band too.
Monica for me. So we're going back and forth, and then
She should have won the fucking Voice.
Thank you, Michael Sweet. Michael Sweet put her up there, man.
I heard her on The Voice for the very first time, and she was fucking awesome on that show.
Yeah.
And
She's
then
a
like
tiny
I
chick.
start to get just like computer generated messages. You know, thanks for your support. Watch out for our next single.
Do you ever hear her sing "I'll Never Let You Go" by Steelheart? Holy shit, it's amazing.
I don't even like Steelheart, but yeah,
she nails that fucking song. I mean, every high note that guy sings, dude.
You know what I say when something sucks? Enjoy.
Exactly.
I don't say it sucks. I said you enjoy it.
I mean, that dude, you got to admit that dude's got a fucking range on his voice.
Steelheart.
I was never big on it. I like the song they did off the music off Rockstar, but other than that,
I like Rockstar the movie, but Andy, before you go, man, you need to pimp your shit, man.
Oh yes. This Wednesday on the Black Spinner Music Podcast, we are going to be doing the top 10 albums of 1999 plus 5 honorable mentions. Mark and Jerry will be on there, so will be Al Huerta, and also a good friend of mine, almost like my brother, Jeremy Markentel. He's been on one episode a long time ago, well, in the beginning of the year, and we were hanging out Saturday. We were talking about Rush, and then he's all, "Hey man, I want to be on one of your podcasts." I said, "Let's do 1999." So we're going to be doing 1999 next Wednesday, and then after that, we are going to be doing the story of Rush. The Wednesday after that with Mark, Al, and William Toth will also be there as well. So we'll be, I'm not going to be talking that much. I'm going to be more the moderator and introducing everything. So I want to go from the first album to the last album. And you three are the biggest Rush fans that I know. So I want to get
Al knows a shit ton more than me, and William knows a shit ton with me. I'm going to be listening to them also. So
I want to go from album to album and get their personal take on stuff like that, because they get down and inside and stuff. So
yeah, so you're just I don't need to study for that. You're just going to tell me what albums are going to talk about during the show.
Yeah, it's just going to be I'm going to go from Rush down to the last one.
I know all the albums, so I'd be cool with that. So.
Yeah, it's not going to be a ranking show.
You're not going to do what is it? Bob and Doug McKenzie Takeoff. Take off to the green one. I played that on my show the other day. Before I went into a Rush song, I played Doug and Bob McKenzie with Geddy Lee singing, "Hey, what's up, eh? What are you doing, hosers?" Take
what
off
was
to the
the name
green
of that movie?
Freaking Strange Brew, man.
Strange Brew.
That's one of the best movies of all time.
Strange Brew.
You hoser? Hey, hoser, that milk is 6 months old. I don't feel so good. He said, my brother's a genius. He got our battery going with spit.
Yeah, so that's what I got going on. And then I'll be here next week as well, next Thursday for Y&T.
Yeah, you'll be back for the mighty
I'm
Y&T.
gonna have to do some serious relearning of the Y&T catalog.
Yeah, dude, they had some albums in the 90s were kind of going a little grunge or modern rock, but they're still good.
Yeah.
Like musically incorrect. There's some good tracks on that shit. But like I'm telling you, you need to listen to Contagious more, because I think you need to re-listen to that album. I love that fucking album. But thank you.
Dude, this has been a lot of fun, dude. I love doing this Billy Squier stuff. Man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wait. I got the Pantera collection on CD.
Oh, pretty cool.
Cool.
It's like 30
Is that one of
bucks.
those buy like 5 albums in one deal?
Yeah, it's the complete studio albums. It doesn't have Glam Terror on there, but it's all the
good ones, the good ones. Yeah.
Oh, so what? It starts off with Cowboys from Hell?
Cowboys from Hell, Vulgar, and from there, see?
Yeah.
Cool.
Far Beyond Driven.
It's pretty cool. Plus, it has
Great.
It has an extra song, Piss, on Vulgar that wasn't released. So when
Oh, wow.
it's like the 20th anniversary album mixes of this. So
I love those compilations like that. I got a Dream Theater one. I got a couple of Rush ones.
I got
They're cool, man.
I got fucking the Kansas one. I got the Cars one. I got the Foreigner one. So I don't have to buy individual CDs. I just get them all in one pack.
Right.
Because I don't need, if I want the fucking liner notes and shit, I'll buy the vinyl. So man, thank you, Andy, for coming on here. Jerry,
Yes.
you know, I love you. Can't wait to Rock and Pod. I hope you get to Rock and Pod, Andy.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
gonna
going. I'm
You're
going
not
to
going?
say that right now. I'm not going to make it.
Fuck me. That would have been
Maybe
awesome.
some other time, but I got some stuff going on right now. I'm not going to be able to make it in March.
Well, you got Rocklahoma. You said you're going to, right?
Yeah, I canceled that too.
Oh, really? Okay.
I love your Snoopy thing in the back. I got a Snoopy Joe Cool cling
Oh,
on my
thank you.
car window. So I could tell where my car is in the work parking lot with all those fucking Corollas.
Dude, clean it. Your vinyl is a mess, dude.
Who?
Your vinyl. You had shit sticking out everywhere.
Me?
Yeah.
I do that on purpose. I got Tom Petty sticking out on Ed. I
It's
do that
been
on
sticking
purpose.
out for quite a while now.
Yeah, I leave him there because Tom's
I'm just
awesome.
checking it. Okay. I'm just checking it out. That's all.
But also, I have an idea for a thing. You know how they have those window clings you can put on your window? Instead of bumper stickers, they should make like a Rush, a Led Zeppelin, so you can move it around on your car without sticking to your fucking paint.
I remember they had the Garfields that would stick on the.
I have the Joe Cool Snoopy on my car.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they should make rock ones like night logos like Pantera, like in Led Zeppelin, instead of stickers where I could move it anywhere I want on the car.
Right.
And without sticking, like fucking up my paint. But we need you guys to subscribe. This is the Mark and Jerry BS session. Subscribe, share this motherfucker, and we're out. Later, guys.
Bye,
Take care,
y'all.
guys.
Bye.
See you all next week.